Is this thing on? Hey girl, hey. It's your girl Dhani, owner and CEO of Queens and Teens, board member of Bosses, and admin of Mini Bosses, straight out of Texas. Last week we explored what's your relationship status with your self care. And this week we get in just a little bit deeper. Let's talk, sis. All right. So let's jump into it. Alrighty, so there's God's time and then our time. Just because our request is delayed does not mean that it's denied. Sometimes God makes us wait because He is loving. He's preparing us for something that is greater, a greater purpose, a bigger blessing, or a responsibility that surpasses our wildest dreams. For instance, take Esther. Y'all know that's my girl. But she had to appear to the king and she had to be prepared for that. It took 6 months, 6 months of beautification for women and purification for women. Did a little bit more research just to see exactly what was going on at that time. And they would prepare these women, estimate around 6 months of myrrh, like myrrh baths or, soaking in myrrh, different perfumes, and they also prepared themselves for beautification. So imagine the different type of steps they had to take to enhance, getting their weave done, making sure they have the most perfect perfume on or whatever the case might be, eyelashes, eyebrows. What did they do to enhance themselves? You know what I'm saying? So back to it. We don't know what God has to prepare for us, and sometimes those delays are necessary. They're necessary for preparations and your beautification. So sometimes God's timing can look like to us that doors are being closed. You may thought that door was supposed to be open for a lifetime, that friendship was supposed to last because y'all been friends since y'all was 3 years old, or that you was supposed to be with your kid's dad because y'all have these kids and y'all were planning on getting married, or maybe that house was supposed to be yours. You were supposed to sign off on it. And sometimes those doors are closed, but God always has something better prepared for us. Sometimes God's timing can look like to us that discovering that the delay have saved us from unforeseen problems. I know it could have been me. It should have been me. It would have been me. But God, that's where that comes from. And then new opportunities may arise just because you thought that it was too late. Oh man, it's too late. Man, I missed out on this opportunity. I missed out on hitting up that stage. Man, I just don't know. And then something comes along where God opened up a door for me, and it's bigger and better than what I deserve. But learning patience is one of the things as well that God timing may look like. We have to learn the patience. When it comes down to it, we cannot be rushing ahead. You never know what that may lead. Sometimes you can rush your life away. I done heard older women say that before. So I always try to make sure that I do that. God timing may look like to us finding joy in waiting instead of the answer. You find the joy in the waiting. You know what? I've been waiting for these last 3 weeks for my new car to come in. And when you get that new car, it was worth that wait. It was better than that answer. It was better than that yes. It was better than just you knew that was something that you were looking forward to. So look at those type of things like that. Look forward to the blessings that God may have for you, especially with His timing. Realizing that God is not yet, but it can be a confident yes. So His not yet like, oh God, I need this job title. This is what I need. And at that moment, you may not get that job, But just because it's a not yet don't mean it can turn into eventually a yes. Just because you were filling out the job to be a manager doesn't mean that God didn't want you to be the area manager. So you never know what God may have planned with his timing. Man, he is so amazing. Finding peace while waiting. Finding peace while waiting, knowing that God's time is perfect. He's just that person. He's just perfect, and he wants us in his image, and he wants to make us perfect. So sis, if it's something that you're trying to rush or that you wish will hurry up and come on, just wait on God. His timing is amazing, and you never know what opportunity there is waiting on you. So embracing that time, embracing life's journeys can feel like a navigation or a marathon where we're yearning for instant breakthrough and answers. Yet God's master plan unfolds, and his impeccable timeline is not yours and it's not ours. Just as the seasons seamlessly transition, his divine strategy plays out in perfect harmony for us. Reflecting on the moment of when God's timing surpasses your expectation and letting the memory propel you for forward in trust, surrendering all fears, leaning into his wisdom, being a catalyst hope for someone today, reminding them that God's pace is always purpose. It always has purpose. Staying steadfast and knowing that his timing is a forever and it's just perfect symphony for us. So with all that to being said, God is preparing us. He's preparing us for the better. He is beautifying us for everyday base to base, especially as a woman. So we got to trust in his time and his judgment on what he wants for us. He wrote the story. We did not. All we doing is acting it out and living it. So it's really your choice of what you want to do. Me, I'm going to wait on God because he's an on-time God. Y'all remember that? That saying? I love that saying. But with all that being said, that is all for today's Sis Talk Saturdays. And remember, we will be back next week at 1 p.m. I cannot wait to see you. My name is Dhani, and I hope you ladies have a great, great weekend. Not only that, have a great week next week, and I'll see you next Saturday. It's Dhani, and I'm signing out. Peace.